this is Kelsey. This is Essentially Booked. Welcome to my channel, and this is day 2 of Vlogmas. So today we are going to talk about my other reading challenge for the year. And I've seen a lot of people do this in the past where they have a like self-destructing TBR. So if you don't read the books, you have to unhaul them by the end of the year. And so I went through my books because I have a lot of books on my unread TBR owned shelf, and I think I need to do a video of that. I don't know if I'll do it with Vlogmas because like all of our Christmas decorations are up, and I don't know if I want to move stuff around my bookshelves to like do a full TBR, but that might happen. We'll see, because I do keep my Christmas decorations up through about January 6th. So anyways, we just won't, I don't know yet. Maybe by day 12, I'll be like, I have no more content to film, and that's what I'm going to do. But for now, I've made a stack. I went through all of my bookshelves and decided like what books I've had on my shelf for a really long time, but maybe I'm not motivated to pick up, or books that at one point or another I thought looked really interesting, or books that like don't necessarily excite me. So I have a stack of 10. I think 10 is reasonable for me. And this is going to be my self-destructing TBR. So if I don't read these by the end of the year, they get unhauled forever. All right. Book number 1 is Primary Colors by Anonymous. This is it's over 10 years old at this point. I got this from Pantsuit Politics when they were doing a book club back in the day. That's a podcast. They're a really good way to stay informed if you like nuance and grace in your political discussions. I don't listen to them as much anymore because I'm just frankly mad. And so I want that in my podcasts. My political go-tos are Pod Save America, the Jon Stewart podcast, and Strict Scrutiny, which is a like legal Supreme Court. But this is about, it's a former congressional aide who's tired of the back scratching and backstabbing in politics. And so a friend of his decides to run for governor and tries to convince him to join this. And it's written by an anonymous author and kind of like made up, but everything in here is based on like real people from my understanding. So I've heard it's really good. It's just one that's been on my shelf for quite a long time. And then another one, I really don't know when this got put on my shelf, but this is one of my mom's favorite authors. She's read this and really enjoyed it. It's Sanda Brown, romance author, romance thriller author. This is called Blind Tiger. I believe this is like a prohibition romance action novel, but I honestly don't know how this ended up on my shelf, other than my mom has always loved this author, so I thought maybe that's how I got it somehow. This will be a really fast read, but I just haven't really been that inclined to read it before, so okay. One of the oldest books on my TBR is Unhaul. I bought this from Half Price Books, at least. This is listed as 2012, so I've had this on my shelf for 13 years, and I still haven't read it. I know this is highly literary. There's 3 books in the series. This is about Thomas Cromwell from like Henry VIII's regime. I mean, it is highly literary, but it is beloved. I feel like if there's a book that I'm going to unhaul, it's going to be this one, if I'm being really, really honest. All right. And then a book that I want to read because I'm scared that the longer I go, I'm going to get spoiled. And I think I might have read a spoiler about this, is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. This was recommended. This has been recommended so many times by so many people in so many platforms, from podcasts to in real life friends. But I know that this has like a plot twist or a turn that's really, really good. And I think I'm just at the point where I need to read this. My book club has talked about throwing this in our pot of books that we read every year. We suggest like not prompts, but we put book titles into a jar and then we draw, because we always spend too much time trying to figure out what we're going to read. So when a title intrigues you, you throw it in the jar. This is one of those, and I want to read this at some point. A book of the month book that's been on my shelf for a hot minute is The Power by Naomi Alderman. I read her book The Future 2 or 3 years ago. I think it came out 2 years ago, and I really liked it. This is her first one, and it's where like women, I think, have all the power, and yeah, teenage girls and women now have immense physical power, and with a flick of their fingers, they can cause agonizing pain and even death. And with the small twist of nature, everything changes dramatically. So like, hopefully female rage. I'm feeling that real hard right now. And then a book that I just keep meaning to get to and I haven't is Margot's Got Money Troubles. I also have a feeling I will love this. I got this from Dog-Eared Books when I was a part of their subscription box. It's not too long. It feels quirky, but it's just time. I think I'm going to love it. This was a book club book I have yet to read from one of my in real life book clubs, and it is The Dutch House by Ann Patchett. She's like one of my favorite authors. I loved These Precious Days and Tom Lake. So I just have high hopes for this. She has a new book coming out this summer. I'm super excited, but yes. Okay, the next 3, you guys have probably seen these on videos of mine in the past if you've been following me for any amount of time. And I no longer have excuses. Like, it is time to get these off my list. So, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. I know I'm gonna love this. Everybody that I read closely to loves this book. It just intimidates me because of the size. How many times have you guys seen me put this on a TBR? It's gotta be like 10 at this point. I have all the sequels on NetGalley. If I don't read this, I just need to say I'm done. Like, I do think I'll love it. I don't know why, but okay. And then also Lovely War by Julie Berry. This is a modern-ish retelling, not even a retelling, but it's like the gods play into modern life, but this actually takes place in World War II and they like interfere. I've heard really good things. I have it on audio as well, so that's 2 ways for me to consume it. But I've not heard a bad thing about it. I don't know why. I'm not inclined to pick it up. So I think this would be a good one to get started. So those are the 10 books that if I don't read them this year, they're gonna get unhauled. I think that that's a really realistic goal for me. 10 books, it's not that hard. And with the 52 book challenge, I think I can maybe make a few of them work for our fantasy bingo either this year, or I'm sure some of these prompts will fit for the next round of it. But that's a pretty good stack. Let's see if I can pick them up. I probably can't. No. So anyways, 10 books. Tell me what ones I should prioritize. Like, if you had to read one right now, what would you pick? Because I'm going to build my January TBR here in a sec. And I'll probably put one of these on there. Until the next video, everybody. Bye.